Coming up on Inside Education, it was a night of awards, music, and dance at the annual It Starts With Us Awards. We'll take you there. Also, students take to the road to compete for top honors at this year's Drivers Ed Rodeo. But first, changes are underway to make sure your child's schools are safer and bully-free. We'll explain. It's all coming your way here next on Inside Education. Hello and welcome to Inside Education, the show that takes you inside the classroom to show you what's happening in the Mobile County Public Schools. Thank you for joining us today. I'm your host, Helena Tyler. First on Inside Education, it's a problem that's affecting school districts across the nation. We're talking about bullying. Bullying has always been unacceptable in Mobile County Public Schools as addressed in the Student Code of Conduct. In an effort to help combat and eliminate bullying within the public schools, a new definition has been added to the code. And here to discuss the new language and programs used in the system to combat bullying is Terrence Mixon. He's Executive Director of Student Support Services. Mr. Mixon, thank you for joining us this morning. We'd like to know, why did the Mobile County Public Schools decide to add bullying policy to the Student Code of Conduct booklet?
After numerous concerns from several of our parents and many of our students in our schools, we thought it was a good idea to go ahead and add bullying as one of the infractions and make it official in our system's code of conduct that bullying would not be tolerated. We wanted to go ahead and make that step simply for the victims along with the perpetrators to understand what the consequences of bullying would be should they choose to commit that kind of offense in our schools. Not that we haven't always addressed bullying, we always have, but we felt that it was necessary at this time to make it an actual line item in our code of conduct so that everybody is on the same page and we all understand, first of all, what bullying is and what the consequences are for those who choose to participate.
What is the definition of bullying as it relates to the public schools?
We have adopted the OVEAS definition for bullying, and it basically states that bullying is when a person over a period of time is subjected to negative actions from another individual, and it's repeated, and the individual has a difficult time defending himself or herself, and the consequences become emotional and social, and it doesn't become harassment until a person really feels threatened. But too many consequences of bullying can turn into harassment. But for our purposes right now, bullying is when one person is subjected to negative actions from another person repeatedly and over a period of time, and the victim has difficulty defending himself or herself.
And now, how will the school district go about enforcing this policy? And then talk to us about the punishment for violators.
We have in our code of conduct, under what we consider our B violations, a policy for bullying as well as cyberbullying. The offenses are lined out in our code of conduct for first, second, and third offense. The first offense can go from an administrator-student conference to an administrator-student-parent conference, up to detention after school, as well as an out-of-school suspension. Again, if those occurrences continue, it can turn into harassment, which is a bit more severe, and then we'd move on to our C offenses, which become arrestable offenses. All of our administrators, principals, and assistant principals are charged with making sure that our students feel safe at school and that incidents of bullying are reported and handled properly.
Thank you, Mr. Mixon, for joining us again and keeping us informed. When it comes to building leaders and helping in the development of children, there are several different programs offered in the public schools. One of the most popular programs is the Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, or the JROTC program. The purpose of this course is to instill in students the values of citizenship, service, personal responsibility, and a sense of accomplishment. Our Crystal Smith is at BC Rain High School right now. She tells us it's not an elective course, but a requirement for all incoming freshmen.
Thanks, Helena. There is one thing for sure here at Rain High School. If you're an incoming freshman, there is one thing for certain. You can expect at some point of your 9th grade year to be enrolled into the JROTC program. It's all done in an effort to build better students and a better environment here at the school.
Team, attention! Squad, attention! Right face!
Junior ROTC can be an enriching experience for high school students. All 12 Mobile County high schools have Army or Navy JROTC programs, and 2 of them, BC Rain High School and LaFleur High School, require all freshmen to take a JROTC course.
We normally have them for the first semester of school, and then they're learning leadership, map reading, financial stuff, how to manage the money, the whole 9-yard drill competition, color guard, rifles. So during that first semester, that's what they're learning.
All right, the next one you need to know about is the one that's on the right-hand side in the middle.
Students at BC Rain who have gone through the program tell us they see some definite advantages to enrolling in the course.
I was thinking it was going to be like shooting, running, doing PT every day, but it wasn't. It was something different than that. It was like a brotherhood or a sisterhood. It was just like a commitment that you wanted to do.
It builds leadership skills, and it helps build up your confidence, because before I was really, really shy, and I still am, but it helps build your confidence and help you, get out there.
Squad, halt.
It teaches us to be on our own, instead of always relying on somebody, we can rely on ourselves. It teaches us discipline and organization.
Left, your left, left, your left.
The cadets who thrive in the program are invited to continue beyond the first semester. Several are now thinking of careers in the military. Yao says she plans to join the U.S. Air Force after graduating, while Martin says she is considering the Army. Gill says the program not only instills confidence and leadership skills, but sets a tone for discipline throughout the school.
Left face!
I think it's pretty good because when they come to the JROTC, it kind of alleviates some of the discipline further down the road, because they don't been through the rigorous course of JROTC, and they know how to act in class.
And Helena, as you can see, this program is designed to help with not only the students' high school tenure, but beyond. Students enrolled in the JROTC program also learn soft skills such as leadership, discipline, money management, and how to prepare for a job interview.
Thank you, Crystal, for that report. And also, on another note, instructors of the program tell me that by enrolling into the JROTC program does not mean that students are making any future commitment to any of the military services. And recently, about 800 people gathered in the auditorium at Murphy High School for the 4th annual It Starts With Us Awards annual event. It's an opportunity for Mobile County Public Schools to recognize and honor its Teachers of the Year, exemplary students, standout employees, and business and industry partners for their contributions and support. The evening also included some great entertainment from the high school honor dance, Causey Middle School, Advanced Band, Murphy 4 Arts Club, and Mary G. Montgomery Chorus. The organization honored as Mobile County Public Schools Partner of the Year has been piquing the interest of students in engineering and robotics since 2004. Led by Hub directors Robin Fenton, Jubilee Best is made up of the 40 schools from South Alabama and the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and is run by volunteers from the local business community. It sponsors and runs an annual robotics competition that challenges teams to design, build, and market a robot capable of performing certain tasks. The event then puts the team and their robots to the test in a packed arena with a sporting event atmosphere. Jubilee Best is the local arm of a nationwide organization whose name stands for Boosting Engineering, Science, and Technology. It was created in 1993 by 2 Texas Instrument engineers to promote STEM subjects. And as mentioned, the event also took the opportunity to recognize and honor students who are making a difference in and outside of the classroom. The winner of the It Starts With Me Awards for elementary schools is Collier Elementary Joey Large, an honor student who believes in giving back to his community, whether it's delivering treats and calling bingo at a retirement home, helping his dad prepare meals at the Ronald McDonald House, or doing something special in a place that helped him get through a difficult start in life.
They've always shared with him that he's a miracle. They had a touch and go time where they weren't sure. I remember being a part of a group that prayed for Joey when he was born.
I was sick in the NICU, and they put me on a cooling blanket. It helped me survive my life.
We've shared lots of stories with Joey over the years about how his life began and what it was like in the hospital. And to further that, the NICU has a reunion each year. So the children are invited back, they meet with their nurses and the doctors, and actually have a wonderful experience there at the hospital to see where they were born and how life started. And that's where Joey actually has got the idea to work with the NICU and try to give back to them.
It's when you donate baby gowns and blankets to the NICU, and they help the babies in the NICU survive so they can have an easy life like I did in the NICU.
I think he's a very unique young man. He comes from a family with a real heart of service. And I believe that's been instilled in Joey from the time he was little. And there was those days where it was touch and go. Well, they shared that with him. So I believe he's one of those children that does count each day as a gift.
Well, he began last year. That was his first effort, and he was successful. He had several large boxes to take in. This year, it's really grown. In fact, it's still coming in. It's rippled out from the school, and now that it's hit Facebook,
it was overflowing. His dad came in, and he was really taken aback by how much. Every day I remember seeing him come to the office to peek in and see what we have today. You know, he'd open the lid to the box, check it out. So I was impressed by the fact that not only did he want to start this, so you know often children might start a project because parents have helped them know this is the right thing to do, as we should do. But when you take that concern to check on it daily, it tells me this really is a project that you care about.
Stay with us. After the break, we'll go up and away with some students as they take to the skies. More Inside Education in a moment.
This summer is gonna be great. Get out, get active, and get your imagination going. Enjoy all the fun, adventures, and excitement you can think of. Read. Discover stories that you'll love, that will inspire you to create the stories, live the stories, and be the stories. The library has it all, where you want to go and what you want to know. So make a plan to get the most out of your vacation. Join us at your library this summer. On your mark, get set, read.
Welcome back. More than 40 students enrolled in the Airbus Flying Challenge program at Palmer-Pillins Middle School were offered an opportunity to have a flight experience of their very own. Each student was able to participate in a 20-minute discovery flight with an instructor from Flight Training of Mobile in a small single-engine craft where they had a chance to take the controls. Inside Education photojournalist Eric Lowe was there and brings us a glimpse of that event.
All right, guys, welcome to the Mobile Flight Training of Mobile. You guys are actually the very first group to go up.
Today, the students in the Airbus Flying Challenge program at Palmer-Pillins Middle School are taking individualized flight experiences. So they're doing discovery flights with the Flight Training of Mobile flight instructors. Whoa. This program has been at Pillins now for the second year, is funded by a grant from the Airbus Foundation. And they have the opportunity today to go up and fly around and see what aviation is all about, real hands-on.
1600 uniform downtown tower, runway 14, make right or left, close traffic. Wind 080 at 4, clear for takeoff.
Throughout the program, you know, we've talked about the principles of flight, thrust, lift, drag. this is, I mean, what better way for them to see all of this in action than being in an airplane?
I was scared, to be honest. Like, as soon as we got all the way over there and he says, time to lift off, and we started going faster and up, my heart was dropping and my ears just started to pop loud. I was like, oh, am I really doing this?
This is 00 uniform, runway 14, clear to land.
Clear land 14, 00 uniform.
It changed my mind, all right. I'm like, I want to be a pilot now. Like want to drive one of those big jets.
They want to get into it. The doors are wide open. There's numerous jobs, numerous career opportunities in aviation for them.
Sir, it's a great experience, I can tell you that.
The flights are the culminating event and the challenge in which Airbus engineering employees serve as a mentor to Pillen students who have an interest in aviation. The program is funded by the Airbus Foundation and is only one of 2 in the United States. Pillens is a feeder school to BC Rain High School, home of the Signature Academy of Aviation and Aerospace. Well, there are countless of studies that show the importance of a balanced diet and the role it plays in your child's education. It is known that a hungry child attending school lacks the mental capacity of staying focused in the classroom. For more than 2 years, the Mobile County Public Schools have been on a mission to make sure that no student goes without breakfast or lunch. It's all in the effort to produce healthy kids and healthy minds. Our Kate Rona reports.
For the past few years, students in Mobile County Public Schools have not gone hungry. Thanks to a grant from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the school district offers free meals at breakfast and lunch to all its students. Mobile County Public Schools qualified for the Community Eligibility Provision funding from the USDA because more than 40% of its students enrolled come from families who qualify for some type of federal assistance.
It just ensures that all of our students have access to meals. I know we have a great portion of our students within the Mobile County school system, and I want to say in the past years I've heard as many as 5,000 to 6,000 of our students, which is 8 to 10% of our students, are homeless. And if you have that type of situation, that's sort of a food insecurity. You may not know where your next meal is coming from. But if we can actually provide breakfast and lunch at our schools, that is something that is very valuable to a student, that they know that they're going to have something to eat.
The school district's child nutrition program seeks to ensure that students are not only being fed, but are being fed nutritious meals. Another USDA grant provides for fruits and vegetables. This grant is used as an educational component during class time for students to learn about them and why fruits and vegetables are important to their health.
I think a lot of it is trying to get them to focus on eating healthy, not only here, but taking that throughout the rest of their life. If they can model behavior in class and they learn to do this here, when it's their turn to cook and their turn to go shopping, then they've got some ideas of what they like and things that they've tried through all the programs that we have that offer the fruits and vegetables. So they've tried them, they know what they taste like, and they know they can be good. So that's kind of, I guess we're trying to model healthy citizens.
Since the district began offering both meals at no charge, the number of meals served has risen to 49,000 lunches and 30,000 breakfasts per day. Reporting for Inside Education, I'm Katie Rona.
The school district is planning on offering the No Pay Meal Plan to all of its students again this coming school year. And now we would like to show you another one of our Students It Starts With Me award recipients. The first 2-time winner of the award has a passion for the arts with a particular talent for documentary filmmaking. Sarah Sims of Dunbar School of Creative and Performing Arts is a member of the Junior Thespian Society, her school journalism team, and the Advanced Magnet Dancers. She's also a straight-A student and president of the National Junior Honor Society.
When I first met her, I knew she was something special. She was in my Drama 1 class, and she was the type of student that I knew wasn't going to stay in Drama 1 for long. Very outspoken, very eager, always wanted to participate. She took control.
It's like Sarah was a natural. Very, very sweet, very, very outgoing. She talked too much. Asked a whole lot of questions, which she still does to this day. I mean, I was showing them very, very basic stuff, and within a week, she had taught herself how to do it and already stepped like 2 or 3 steps beyond that.
Well, when I first came to Dunbar, I had no interest in film whatsoever besides being on the camera. But then after being in Mr. Thompson's exploratory class and exploring like the world of like green screens and editing, you know, I soon realized I really wanted to do both.
It's like once she got bit by that film bug, it was over. I mean, and if I didn't have time to show her, she was online on YouTube figuring it out.
Well, 6th grade, I was probably the most nervous. I did a film on bullying, and because, you know, it's near to my heart, you know, I think it's an important message. And so when I won, I was really shocked. I won first for middle school documentary and then best overall documentary. And then in 7th grade, I decided to do it again. And I did it on a family friend. His name's Adam, and he died in the Dauphin Island Regatta race, so I wanted to carry his legacy on. And that documentary got first for middle school documentary and overall again.
She's our brainchild. She knows how to do all of it. And sometimes I feel like, you know, I'm using her a little bit too much, but she's so eager, and I want to learn this, I want to learn that. When she did the green screen with him, her mother, she was like, Mom, you gotta buy me a green screen. She's usually the director. We did a Christmas video, she was the director. You know, she understood storyboards.
You can go above and beyond whatever you want. You know, you're capable of it. So I think it's important that when we do things like that, kids can learn that it's not just doing well in your arts or academics, but also in your community.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I just need a second.
Is your weight holding you back and affecting your health?
Did you see this? Your cousin had a heart attack.
Really?
Excess weight or obesity can be serious, but you can do something about it. Visit yourweightmatters.org. Download the free toolkit to prepare you to speak with a healthcare provider. Your weight does matter. Accept the challenge and take charge today. Visit yourweightmatters.org.
Hello and welcome back to Inside Education. Students from local area high schools recently corralled for the 2017 MCPSS Driver's Ed Rodeo. This is the 13th year for the event, which takes place in the parking lot of Ladd Peoples Stadium. Each of the 12 schools sends a representative driver to the competition on the challenging course laid out by driver's ed instructors. To find out who's the best student driver in the district, and of course, we were there along for the ride.
You go straight down that first run, you go between those barrels. They're 9 feet apart, so they're kind of tight.
We try to incorporate everything in this course to what we do in the classroom.
Now your 3-point turn, remember you have to stop, you have to signal, check your blind spot.
Everything from a 3-point turn to backing up, lane change, blind spot checks, signaling, all that is included in our course.
But you stop there and make a left turn. Of course, you must use your turn signalers points off.
The coaches are amazing. They teach us everything we need to know.
Arrows tell you which side to go on.
It really it keeps my eyes open, and I've really learned a lot of how to keep myself safe and others while I'm driving.
And in first place this year from Davidson, Hannah Hendricks.
Oh yeah!
It is a true lifetime activity, and that's what we treat it as such when they come in the classroom. When the first day, we tell our students that if you make a mistake on the road, it could cost you your life. If you make a mistake in math, you get a chance to redo it. So we treat driver's ed in that way.
The Driver's Ed Rodeo was created by the late Calvin Christ, who was the former supervisor of athletics, driver's education, health and physical education for Mobile County Public Schools. Christ was remembered at this year's competition with a ceremony dedicating the event in his honor. Hannah Hendricks of Davidson High School won this year's rodeo. Seth Tillman of Theodore finished second, and Mackenzie Ladner of Mary G. Montgomery was third. Well, speaking of student winners, it's now time for us to introduce to you the high school It Starts With Me honoree. Kelsey Pirine is captain of Baker High School's dance team, president of the Multicultural Student Union, and a member of the National Honor Society and the AP Capstone program. Although she's busy, she found a way to take action when she noticed a problem in our community, creating a group that gives a voice to teenagers in the Mobile area.
Good evening, Bob. The group of young people get together at a local Boys and Girls Club. The group goes by the name Teen Talk, and tonight the young people say they want to step up and they want to make some changes in our community.
Teen Talk is an open forum that we have weekly in my Boys and Girls Club and also throughout Boys and Girls Clubs in the city of Mobile. In Teen Talk, we talk about various different topics, such as it could be scholarships, it can be police brutality 1 week, and then we can come right back to just, you know, how was your day at school, and we could talk about that for 45 minutes.
I guess for Kelsey, when it starts with her, it's that she recognizes that there are issues in our community, and instead of, like so many adults do, either ignoring them or standing around the water cooler and complaining about them, Kelsey goes out and wants to solve them.
Even with her Teen Talk program, that started with Kelsey. It became her brainchild, and she sat down and she created a plan. She presented the plan to the Boys and Girls Club. She organized it. She got the kids involved.
Complaining doesn't start with her, action starts with her. And so in that way, she is going to, she's already impacted this community and she's going to continue to do so.
Because I saw that because my voice mattered, that other teams' voices mattered as well. In my club, none of us really talked. We talked to each other, and in groups, we could have very, very well educational, intellectual conversations with each other, but when an adult asked us, we thought that they were just gonna overrule us. Anything that we said was gonna be considered as childish. So we decided to come together, band together, and create this big voice of our own opinions and spread it out there and tell everybody that we think it's important, what we have to say is important, and that it does matter.
Kelsey is going to be one that has a tremendous impact in her community. I hope she comes back to Mobile when she's finished with law school, because I think that her, her dynamic, her, just her entire demeanor is one that's going to impact the community that she's in such a positive way.
Stay with us. After the break, we'll take you to a fair that has landed these students an opportunity to make big bucks.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
More than 500 members of the class of 2017 learned about some of the job opportunities available in the Mobile area during the Career and Technical Education Career Fair at the grounds. More than 70 local businesses, colleges, training programs, and military recruiters participated, and many students brought resumes with them. Many of the businesses on hand have already been involved in Mobile County Public Schools' signature academies. The career fair was the next step towards helping students transition into a career. That's all the time we have for now. To find out more about these and other happenings in the Mobile County Public Schools, go to mcpss.com, or you can watch us and like us on Facebook. We'd like to thank you for joining us for this edition of Inside Education. Have a good evening, and remember, an educated mind can change the world.